Hi, my name is Fabrício. I'm Cost of Goods Sold Coordinator at Burger King Brazil, and I want to talk to you about leadership. Leadership starts with why. Introduction. Ask questions and pick the brain of the people you meet. Management expert Peter Drucker said, "My greatest strength as a consultant is to be ignorant and ask a few questions." He knew the secret. Successful leaders ask questions and have an incredible desire to pick the brains of the people they meet. If you want to make discovery, if you want to disrupt the status quo, if you want to make progress and find new ways of thinking and doing, you need to ask questions. So you have to start with why. Questions are the first link in the chain of discovery and innovation. Successful people ask better questions and, as a result, they get better answers. Millions saw the apple fall, but only Newton was the one who asked why. Though many of us try to make ourselves look smart by giving clever answers, we would be much better off if we focus our attention on asking questions. If we ask good questions of the right people, we will have a wonderful return for our lives. Never forget, good answers inform, great questions transform. Sometimes you win and sometimes you're gonna learn. Leaders without vision will fail. Leaders who lack vision cannot inspire teams, motivate performance, or create sustainable value. Good leaders take the complex and make it simple. That is a hallmark of a good communicator. So, you must stay hungry and stay humble. If you want to be wealthy and happy, learn this lesson. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. It's not what you are that keeps you from investing in yourself. It's what you think you are or you are not. The size of your dream determines the size of your investment in yourself. If you have no dream, you may not invest in yourself at all. O meaning te memento, meaning remember you are only a man. So, the most important qualifier of a well-grounded person is humility. Humility is not denying your strengths. Humility is being honest about your weaknesses. All of us are a bundle of both great strengths and great weaknesses, and humility is being able to honest about both. Humble leaders are comfortable with who they are and feel no need to draw attention to themselves. They revel in the accomplishments of others, empower others to excel, and allow others to shine. If you are a leader, your goal is to lift up your people, not have them lift you up. So, and what about the team? A team is a group of people who may not be equal in experience, talent, or education, but in commitment. That commitment must start with the leaders and extend to the entire team. NFL coach Vince Lombardi pointed out, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes that team work, a company work, a civilization work. If you are not supporting the team with your individual effort, you are hurting the team. The old saying is true, birds of a feather flock together. Success is a relationship game. All things being equal, people will do business with the people they like. All things not being equal, they still will. The best trying to be wise on yourself is to live in a circle of those who are. Few things will pay you bigger dividends in life than the time and trouble you take to understand people and build relationships. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Take care of the relationships today and you do much to take care of the success tomorrow. If you want to become a better leader, you must become a better listener. And then, the way you listen matters. If you can learn to pinpoint how those around you experience the world and really try to experience the same world they do, you will be amazed at how effective your communication will become. And what about lead yourself? As you work to implement change, you must believe in them. Without conviction, you won't give yourself 100% to the change. But believing in the cause is not enough. You must also believe in the people who will make the change. It is the capacity to develop and improve their skills that distinguish leaders from followers. So the short answer is, if you want to be a leader, you need to keep growing. Leadership is influence, the ability of one person to influence others to follow his or her lead. Famous leaders have always known this. The door to one opportunity often comes from another. If you pursue an opportunity, it almost always leads to other opportunities. People who wait for the one great opportunity often keep waiting. The way to find the best opportunity is to pursue the one at hand. To lead yourself successfully, you must identify your blind spots and deal with them effectively. Here are some common and destructive blind spots among leaders. First one, a singular perspective. If the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. Insecurity. Insecure leaders continually think of themselves first. They worry about what others think of them. An out-of-control ego. Pride is at the bottom of all great mistakes. And the last one, weak character. Character protects your talent. So what you have to do? Every day, leaders must wake up and lead themselves before they lead anyone else. Because other people are dependent on them, they must keep the fire burning within themselves. They must know where they are going, know why they are going, and help others get there. To stay energized and on course, leaders can sustain themselves by tapping into 4 areas. Passion. Passion gives you energy and credibility. Principles. Stay true to your beliefs, gifts, and personality. Practices. Successful people practice daily disciplines. They implement systems for their personal growth. They make it a habit to maintain a positive attitude. And people. The people around you will either wind you up or wear you down. Surround yourself with the right people. If you could cultivate only one habit to practice every day in your life, I believe it should be this: giving more than you receive. Were any great men born in this village? No, only babies. Yes, of course. Great leaders don't start out great. Leadership is developed, not discovered. It's a process. 3 main components come into play in the development of the leader: environment, incarnation of leadership; exposure, inspiration for leadership; and equipping, intention for leadership. So, what really matters? What really matters to you? If you are having a difficult time finding your purpose or setting direction for leadership, ask yourself, what makes me sing? Your answer reveals what brings you joy. What makes me cry? Your answer reveals what touches your heart. What makes me dream? Your answer reveals what sparks your imagination. What makes me excel? Your answer reveals your strengths. And what makes me different? Your answer reveals your uniqueness. If you are a bit introverted, you must first understand the value of connecting with others. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. 2. Connect with others using your strengths. And 3. Ask good leaders to give you feedback. And remember, determine people's capacity. That's important. People's not working in their strengths is the primary reason for disengagement at work. It's the leader's job to try to change that. So, if you have to put people in their strength zones, you have already put them in a good path to better performance. If you have communicated what is expected, you have helped them even more. What's left? To motivate and inspire them to achieve, and give them a safe place to fail. Who you are is who you attract. If you want people on your team to be motivated, you must be motivated yourself. People do what people see. People are motivated by leaders who connect with them and treat them like human beings. If you eat your vegetables, you can have dessert. Most people will work for a reward they desire. If you want to create an environment where people are motivated, give them reasons to get things done. And what about relationship? If people keep growing, learning, and expanding their potential, their future is bright. No job is worth trading your integrity for. Like First Lady Michelle Obama explained, one of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself and never let what somebody else says distract you from your goals. And so when I hear about negative and false attacks, I really don't invest any energy in them because I know who I am. In relationships, I believe the stronger person is the first one to come back and offer to reconcile. The stronger person is the first to ask for forgiveness. Usually that's the leader. But sometimes relationships are like glass. It's better to leave them broken than to hurt yourself trying to put them back together. Solving problems. One of the best ways to endear yourself to a leader is to be a good problem solver. It's easy to see and point out problems. It's much more difficult and valuable to offer and implement solutions. Adding value to others always works to your advantage. Most of the difference between average and top people can be explained in 3 words, and then more. If you do your job and then more, people will be drawn to you, maybe even your boss. And how to find good leaders. Leaders are hard to find, hard to train, and hard to hold. They want to go their own way. But developing leaders is perhaps the most rewarding activity you will ever engage in during your lifetime. What's the best way to identify leadership potential in others? Leaders are catalysts. Every leader has the ability to make things happen. This is often how they first become recognized. Leaders are influencers. Every person who wants to lead must possess it, at least to some degree. Leaders are relationship builders. Nobody without good people skills can be a great leader. Leaders are getters. People are attracted to them. They want to hear what leaders say. They like being around them because exciting things happen. Often these people are funny and entertaining. When leaders speak, people listen. Leaders are value adders. Leaders are opportunists. When you see someone who is able to see opportunities and is willing to take good risks, pay attention. You may be looking at a leader. And leaders are finishers. If you have exceptional people on your team, you need to be continually thinking of ways to challenge them. And in the end, a leader's lasting value is measured by succession. The succession process is like to pass the baton in a relay race. The one passing the baton must keep running full steam until the baton is passed. The one receiving the baton must start running before he receives it. In the end, the only thing you can do is lead your life. If you don't, others will, by determining what will happen to you. Life's greatest rewards come from your inner self, from the choices you make, from how you decide to live under whatever circumstance you find yourself in. Legacies that matter are connected with people. 100 years from now, all that will matter is the people that you connected in such a way that you added value and meaning to their lives. People are what matter in this world, not money or fame or buildings or organizations or institutions, only people. The only thing worse than developing people and losing them is not developing them and keeping them. So, that was what I want to talk about leadership. I used one book which is called Good Leaders Ask Great Questions from John C. Maxwell. Thank you, everybody.